sunshines, welcome back to my channel. Happy New Year, happy 2023. It's been a while since I came on this channel to vlog and to catch up with you guys, and before we get right into the topic of this video, which you would have already seen, I did a blog post on a recent holiday that I went to in Bali with my friends, which you can check out in the link below. I also filmed a podcast on New Year's resolutions, how I personally did mine and how I feel you can do yours meaningfully and effectively, and I'm also leaving that in the description below, so click on it if you want to hear more about that. Currently I'm working as a growth marketing intern on a part-time basis at Scythe, which, if you don't already know, is a digital investment platform. Most of you might know Syfe as kind of like part of the whole host of robo-advisors that came into popularity in the recent few years, especially in the local scene. Scythe is from Singapore, but they are kind of moving away from the term robo-advisor to be known more of as a all-in-one wealth management platform. So what I really wanted to talk about was how I got into fintech, being a person with nearly like zero finance knowledge and obviously not having a finance background at all. So step number one, I think, to entering fintech, finance, or just any kind of new industry is to know why you want to go for it. I feel like I advocate for this a lot, like knowing why you want to do certain things, because that is where your deep motivation comes from, and I feel like that's what drives everything else. Like, it's the root of all of our actions. So same with trying out a new industry, particularly something that can be pretty technical, very opaque to some people, especially to people like me with no prior background or knowledge in finance. It was really important to detail out and verbalize to myself and know why I even wanted to try working in the world of finance and its peripheries. Like, Syfe itself is not like directly in banking, I'm not doing accounting, but it is in the industry of finance and wealth management. It's really important to know why you even want to go into a space like that. So personally for me, because I view my uni journey as like a period of growth in general, I really wanted to make sure that I tried every single thing that I wanted to try out as much as humanly possible in the space of my uni life. To me, it just felt easier to try and experiment while I'm still in uni, and I can experience different industries across internships without it like setting in stone my entire career path. And another big reason, number two, for me is that precisely because I don't have much of a finance background, working in this field would help my own personal knowledge of finance in terms of investing, having a grasp on world economy, how markets are working just globally and also locally. These are all things that I have a gap in my knowledge, I feel, and I thought that being able to work in this particular area would also help like my own personal knowledge of these things. The second part, I feel, of entering new industries is to be able to bring that story out in interviews, and also to be honest with where you are in terms of your skills and your expertise. It may be really tempting to exaggerate your skill level, especially during an interview when people are gonna be asking you what is your actual capability in a certain area, like how much do you know about finance, how much are you able to understand the terms that are being used when we talk about investing and allocation and wealth management. Frankly, to me, I just feel like honesty is the best policy, even if you feel like it's lacking, which I definitely did when I was looking for jobs within this particular area. I just feel like this is a best practice. Like, it's obviously not good to lie in any circumstance whatsoever, even more so in a job interview or during the screening process where you might be tested on certain things, or if people just want to have a clear gauge of where you are, and it doesn't mean that just because you're lacking in a certain technical aspect that you're automatically disqualified from the role. Bring out that storytelling aspect of how this personally impacts you and why you really want to be in this role and in this particular company, of course, within the grand scheme of like finance or whatever industry it is you're looking to enter. Another big part of being able to enter this foreign industry to me is having enough transferable skills. As I mentioned before, I'm not working directly in finance. I'm doing more marketing, even communications related role, which is what I study and it's what I'm stronger in. So having these skills that can take you from industry to industry, I think, is pretty significant. It makes you more adaptable, and I think it's made me finding internships a bit more easy because I can kind of apply what I've learned in previous internships to the next one. The soft skills of being able to like media manage, to know media landscape, and to know how to communicate to people through different methods is something that can be repeated like through each role. And of course there's always new things to learn, but having a baseline level of these kinds of transferable skills makes it much easier to try out like different industries while building on your own expertise and kind of opening up yourself to learn something new in each industry as well. The third thing I think is key to this whole process and journey is to keep an open mind. Of course things can get really scary when everything seems new. That's something that I am also kind of facing now because so many terms and so many concepts are things that I really like have never encountered before because I never studied it in school, and I also don't really study it in uni. But it's to just like be like a sponge and keep absorbing everything and take it slow. Like you don't need to know everything at once. And it goes back to previously as well. If you are honest with where you are when you enter into that job, whether it's an entry level or an internship like me, your employer should really be aware of like how good you are with technical knowledge. So it shouldn't be super pressurizing to suddenly become an expert on like financial news or financial concepts or even like services and tools and things like that. It's okay to take it slow but keep an open mind and really just try to learn everything and absorb everything as much as possible. In every internship that I've had, I either have like a physical notebook, like I've kept a work notebook for really long. Otherwise, I will definitely have like a document in my Notion or just like a random Google document where I brain dump everything that I need to take note, everything that I need to know or like use for future purposes. It's on me to, you know, keep track of what I don't know and make up for that knowledge gap as I go along. And that's like on a daily basis. It's not just a 3-hour crash course on Finance 101. It's kind of integrating it into my daily language and learning every time I'm on the job and also, of course, outside. That helps to like build up that knowledge slowly and bit by bit. So that's all I have for you guys today. It's just a quick video catching up on what I've been up to, and I hope that some part of it was helpful to you and that you take from it what serves you. Let me know if you guys have any questions anytime. My comment box is always free. Other than that, I am signing off. Work is not easy, so I'm gonna go and have dinner and then rest up for the night. I guess that should be number 4. Make sure that you still rest and take time for yourself. We're not perfect at it when we first start anything at all, and it's okay to not be perfect. It's okay to just be who you are. See you very soon in a new video. Bye!